Hey, what's going on? It's Remy Please of Flight Room TV. I'm with Lighthouse, and we're going to do something new today. We're going to try to mash up all three of our shows into one. Because, there's only two of us right now, but we're going to try, fit all this information that we, absorbed this past week and fit it all into one show. So it's kind of like, I don't know, a best of album or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Big week, NFL football, first week. A lot could be said in just week one. We was down for the shit. But yeah, what would be like your biggest takeaway from NFL football week one?
Biggest takeaways. I think that Matt Stafford with the Rams, I think that's going to be a big time Super Bowl contending team. I think they definitely put the league on notice. You can see how different, of an offense they got. Just added Matt Stafford, McVay open it up. You know what I'm saying? So I think they can do. They already got good defense, so I think that quarterback made a big difference. Aaron Rodgers had a bad game. I think everybody making a big deal out of it. It's the first game of the season. He been there, done that before. I wouldn't just completely write him out. But I don't know. I just wouldn't write out. I think that's a slight overreaction. But other one, Ravens versus the
Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders upset. I think they definitely had a lot of luck. A lot of things rolled their way. I think the Ravens could have easily won that game. Everybody's talking about Lamar Jackson's fumbles and everything, which, also you can do, though. You can't turn over the ball at critical moments. But to be honest with you, if you take Lamar Jackson off that game, Ravens wouldn't even like he literally is. It's all or nothing with Lamar Jackson right now, the way it's looking with the Ravens. Like he single-handedly has to do everything as far as offensively. And, if he can't do that, then, they pretty much fall on their face. So that's what I got from that game. What else happened? Yes, those probably my biggest takeaways. As far as even the Washington football team, defense disappointed the hell out of me, man. They ain't really showed me nothing. The secondary showed some signs, but the defensive line, that pass rush wasn't doing nothing. And everybody was coming in the season talking about the Redskins probably have a top 2-3 defensive pass rush. It's early in the season, but still, I thought I would have saw a lot more out of that. And Taylor Heineke, I guess he'll show us something. He flashes. I'm not, ready to always, jump on the, bandwagon. Like I ain't sold on him, but I definitely, support him. Hopefully he does well. He's flashed. Who knows? We might have fallen upon something. But those are probably my biggest takeaways.
I think my biggest takeaway from the first week was the Cardinals definitely showed me. I said they was going to take a big leap this year, and they definitely kind of proved that with kind of like walking all over the Tennessee Titans. And Derrick Henry had about 17 carries for 30 yards. That's big, bro. That's big. Mm-hmm. He's like one of the most like dominant forces in the NFL, and he just like they stopped him in his tracks. And then some of the throws that Kyler Murray was throwing in that game, the one that he kind of like backpedal off his back foot on the right side of the hash to Kirk, and then the scramble he did on the left side, and then the scramble he did on the right side to DeAndre Hopkins. Like, man, Kyler Murray is probably my early running for MVP. Maybe it's like a just an early overreaction, but I think that's my definite pick for early running for MVP. But yeah, the Aaron Rodgers playing in it's a tough game because they was playing in Jacksonville. Uh, Jameis Winston putting up 5 touchdowns,
yeah.
and I think it was still under like 200 yards. It's
It was
kind of
like
weird.
100. It was like 150 yards. Something.
Yes,
like,
something
yeah,
weird.
like,
Yeah. But it was efficient, and I mean Sean Payton, maybe he's like the guru behind all that shit. So, who else? Maybe the Lions aren't as bad, as they cover the spread, and we'll get to that later where I Stone Cold Lock picks. But they cover the spread, but the Lions, how much ground they covered it later in that game was kind of impressive. The Bills being up majority of that game and then losing to the Steelers. Who else? The Eagles. Jalen Hurts looks pretty good. I'm not going to fake. He's in our division. He looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, it's Atlanta. I don't know how much stock we can put into that. But yeah, Jalen Hurts looks good. I'm not. Yeah, he always surprised me with his accuracy. And he doesn't just like run with when he runs, it's like a direction he's running to. He doesn't run like oh, there's nothing there, I gotta go. Like he's running with a purpose, and he did it at Alabama. And then I heard somebody in the barbershop today say, what I'm saying, like, I mean, you can't trust Jalen Hurts because Nick Saban got rid of him. Nick Saban didn't really get rid of him. He allowed him to transfer. It's like it's not like he traded him. You know what I'm saying? Like people try to like take that and and use it against Jalen Hurts, but he allowed it was to his time, and he allowed both of them can't start, so he allowed Jalen to go to a situation where he can flourish.
And that's not like and it's not like he left Alabama and went to he went to Alabama, went to another blue chip,
right,
program.
and was still in Heisman running. Yeah, he was still in
Heisman running. Yeah, come on, like Oklahoma ain't no slouch.
Right. So
all their quarterbacks go our first round picks. So
yeah. And he looks in good shape. Like his arms are just like, defined as shit.
Nah, Jalen Hurts is I mean, he has probably one of the best sports stories of all time. Just, how he came in with the Alabama, Oklahoma, now he with the Eagles, played all the big games, everything. He's done it all.
And a lot of times when you put the microphone in front of that young man, he says the right thing. Like I gotta pay attention to things he say. In Alabama, Oklahoma, and now he says the right thing majority of the time. But,
and another takeaway, man, I definitely was feeling real confident about the Redskins, winning this division. But the Cowboys, they look like their offense is potent. The Eagles look good first week, and the Giants is the Giants. So I mean, we riding on Taylor right now, man. That's pretty much it's winner fell on him.
Yeah.
Then these talks about Cam coming into town.
I don't think
I don't think they're gonna do it.
Yeah. I don't think Cam. I wouldn't want because Cam is like he's like I don't know. He's like damaged goods like on and off the field. Like I mean, if I feel like did you see that interview like he did like it was him and I don't know who. Like they was like on some like football field and he had like the hat with the hair.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Like it was some things he said in that like was not needed to be said. And first of all, like if you're a guy looking for a job, why are you putting that type of spotlight like you're like LeBron James looking like to be you're picking your next team. Like you really don't have that room to like talk like that.
And so, wherever he go is going to be a media circus, no matter what. And I don't think we want that in DC. We used to that, So I'd rather just deal with the low key guy, Taylor Heineke, and just ride it out. Because I feel like if we bring Cam in and we lose, and it's like just compounded on top of the losing, it's just going to make it 10 times uglier.
Right.
So I wouldn't want Cam just for that reason alone. Even if he could help the team, I don't think it's worth. Like if Cam come, he gotta be playing lights out, and I highly doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah, and it's a little too late because he wasn't, in camp with us. Didn't have no preseason games. It's like you getting on the bike again and trying to learn all these receivers and your weapons, all that stuff. Like it's people are going to be asking for him because that's what we do around here. The media does that around here. The fans do that around here. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? But one thing before we get on that though. We was talking about the Ravens. Do you know Lamar Jackson is actually negotiating his own contract while in the season? Like that's got to be a little bit of a distraction, on
That's his.
the
I think they said his mom is his agent or manager or some shit like that. I
yeah.
think his mom run his whole shit.
Yeah, and he's always going to be chasing the Josh Allen contract. So he wants to be on the lines, of course, probably more than that because he got an MVP under his belt.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know about that. Like you probably should have had it done earlier in the season, or maybe late last year. But damn, that has to be a big distraction.
I mean, it's pretty much the same shit Dak was going through the past couple of
Right,
years. Like literally the same exact
right,
situation. But I think, like you said, he got that I said MP, yeah, MVP. So I think that alone right there is going to hold him down. And I think everybody in the organization know they go as far as he goes. So
right.
they're gonna have to take care of him. Like, it's no way they're gonna be like, nah, Lamar, we don't need you. And then it's like, what? You gonna get rid of Lamar Jackson, replace him with who? You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga carries the entire offense. Like, he is the Ravens. The team goes as far as he goes, just straight up. I don't think there's a single individual player that means more to their team than him, to be honest with you. Because just watching that game alone, if Lamar Jackson was not on that field, the Ravens wouldn't have stood a chance in that game.
Probably him and Pat Mahomes.
Yeah,
I say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. We got a big game coming up. Washington football team. I want to preview this. It's not in it's not in the chat, but we talking about Thursday night football. New York Giants come here, FedEx Field, Thursday night. People say this is not a must-win game, but
must-win game.
Looking at our schedule and the next,
game.
7 games before our bye week, this is a must-win game. And it's, head-to-head divisional football.
Yep.
Both of us 0-2. We both lost to the AFC West.
And it's a good litmus test to see where you stand. Because if we can't beat the Giants, then that lets us know exactly what time the team.
And it also lets the Giants, any Giants fan that end up watching this, it also lets you know where you are too. Because if you can't beat us, what the fuck you gonna do later in the season? Y'all might as well hang it up. And what are y'all gonna do with Daniel Jones? Like that's the elephant in the room. Like that's probably the biggest,
He on the hot seat though. Clearly.
Yeah, obstacle. He's on the hot seat, but don't feel like that the seat is hot enough. Like he gets excuse after excuse, week after week, season after season. Like what's going on? So
I mean, I think that, to be completely honest, I think the time that they're giving Daniel Jones is how much you should be giving your first round pick quarterback, about 3 years. Like, but I feel like in our town, like if he is one and done, you know what I'm saying? I think we be looking at it like weird. Like they gave him 2 seasons, they gave him 3 years. Like you're supposed to give your quarterback that much time. Especially if you invest the first round pick in your guy, unless it's a chemistry thing, like Dwayne Haskins, he just didn't fit with the whole organization and shit or whatever the fuck it may be. But if the guy, if he does everything in the locker room, you need him to do, and he's serviceable, to give him the opportunity to get better, But this would be my last year with Daniel Jones though, if it don't work out, because this is his 3rd year, right?
Yes, third
year. So yeah, I would give him at least 1 more year, and then even if he shows flashes this year, even if he doesn't do like super great, but he shows, I would even give him draft another quarterback or sign somebody else going in the next season, and then let that be his make or break,
So particularly in this game, this Thursday night football game, what are your concerns?
I want to see what that defensive line is going to do, man, because that's supposed to be the heart and soul of this team. Like that's what the reason why the fans is excited. So I gotta see some pass. I gotta see some more plays from Chase. I gotta see Jamin Davis. I gotta see why he was a first round pick.
Yes,
I gotta see what he can do. I'm not too concerned. I actually feel good about St. Just. I think he just needs some more experience. You know what I'm saying? He just needs.
That's where I'm iffy at. I'm not like potentially like worried about who he is as a player. I'm just thinking it's too early to put him on an island
out there.
Yeah, an island by himself, no coverage over top, 1-on-1. With probably their best receiver. It's too early for that, and I don't want to be damaged goods. Like if you get burnt up, because a lot of times if you're on the island, that's like a mental game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want them to exploit that too early.
But that's exactly what I was saying. I was like, I actually want, I want to see him do good, but the same thing is like, it might be too early for him to be out there. But I think even sometimes just the growing pains, getting his ass whooped, I might make him better a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. But I think he
yeah.
has the raw skills to be a real good player, though. I think he has it all. He has the size and everything. So I think he can do some good things. But yeah, that's the main thing I want to see. And then Taylor Heineke, man, I guess just not lose us the game. Antonio Gibson, just you can tell he's still learning how to play the position, but you just see those flashes and that explosion on any given. Every time he touches the ball, it's a potential big play. It's just I guess like Ron Rivera said, I guess he be trying to hit the hole too fast. Sometimes he gotta wait for the holes to open up. So
yeah, I would say also Cosme, he was great in the run. In the pass protection, he was kind of getting beat up, but he was playing against All Pro and Joey Bosa. Yeah, I was most concerned about there was like really no push. There was no push.
None. I didn't understand that shit.
Yeah,
if you think it's coaching though,
I don't think it can be coaching because like at the end of the day, you got 4 first-round picks on the defensive line. Y'all top tier, upper echelon. Like y'all supposed to be getting home. Like at least
so
2.
Is it coaching because they got the talent? They didn't execute. So is it the coaching?
I don't think it's on the defensive line. Like defense, like you don't have to wait for people to get in position. Like you're supposed to just go. So
yeah.
Especially on passing downs, and the Bama threw for damn near 40 some attempts. So a third of those should be, should be getting touched. So I don't know. What's I was concerned with? St. Juice. There was a lot of miscommunication in the secondary between like McLean. I think they were kind of straightening up eventually. Kendall Fuller didn't look all that sharp. I know when we was out training camp, Landon Collins was looking phenomenal.
Yeah.
He flashed a couple times. He had some good pass breakups. Cam Curl.
He looked pretty good.
Yeah, he looked okay. It was one play though when they called a chop block on us, and then they didn't call the exact same play on Cam Curl. I remember that shit. But and just the offense, just like last year, really don't have no identity. Like we don't do anything particularly good. We make splash plays here and there, but we don't do anything. We don't sustain drives. We don't do anything particularly good. But like I said, even going into the shit, Taylor Heineke is a better situational quarterback than Ryan Fitzpatrick.
For this offensive line too, because this offensive line ain't that strong.
It's shaky, and a lot of people could probably get hurt behind this offensive line.
For real, that's what happened to Fitzpatrick. Because when you watching the game, you seen Fitzpatrick ain't have a lot of time.
Right,
it was Heineke was running around a lot.
Right, so he might get hurt too, but I wish
we done.
Right,
Josh Allen. I mean not Josh Allen, Kyle Allen.
Right. I mean, I wish him the best, and but it's certain things like Heineke, like he uses the check down. He's not gonna go for the big play on like second and long. He's going to get you the short yardage so you can like have a more manageable third down. He just plays better situational football to me, and I've been saying that. Also, what else is blowing me? The kicker again. The kicker. I mean, of course, we asked him to make a 50-yarder, but like. This kicker's all around the league, man. That's like just knocking these Jones down. Like, So if we're not looking for a kicker last year, we gotta look for this year. Like, you can't be satisfied with these guys. Like, this is your bread and butter. You're leaving points on the board every week.
And I also say, even outside the game, just as an overall like team, like if I'm a quarterback, I would be looking at this Washington football team because they got players in position all over the field. And honestly, man, Scott Turner, man, I'm not really sold on this
at all
yet because I honestly believe, man, if you got
I see a lot of the same shit too.
You got J.D. McKissick, you got Antonio Gibson, man. You need to line them up at receiver, both like a little bit more often than you do. Like I understand y'all trying to get Antonio Gibson the use of the position, but still put him out there, man. Play him like Alvin Kamara. You know what I'm saying? Like he pretty much has the same skill
CMC.
set. Yeah, he has the same skill set as those guys, so he should be should be putting him at receiver. I think because of his size, he like 230. He got even bigger. I don't know if you see him in the press conference.
Yeah,
like he bought like he looked like he bought damn 240 now. So
right.
I guess that's maybe the reason why they ain't putting him at receiver as much. But
and I know we're gonna be missing Curtis Samuel for a while, but like, who is our third
De'Ami Brown
receiver? But De'Ami don't look. He looked good in preseason, but he don't he doesn't make the plays where you catch the ball and then turn up field. Like he like catches it and then there's no like athleticism to it. Like he's like a finesse receiver. So like, who's the third receiver? Is it Humphreys? He's not getting open. Is it like you should have kept Steven Sims? Like this is an athlete that he can catch the ball in spaces and then make something happen. And it's that that ego driven, I'm always right, old boy way of thinking, and I'm not with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I wouldn't even mind them even trying to work the ball to Cam Sims sometimes, Yeah, he's probably the only receiver we got that can go over the top,
Go over the top.
And Terry shows every fucking game. He flashes and shows you that he's an elite receiver.
Right, you gotta put him in multiple places. Yeah,
if you got him a quarterback that consistently get him a ball, like that's a top 5 receiver in this league, easy. So
yeah. So do you have any overreactions? I think we kind of touched on this a little bit, but is there any overreaction?
Yeah, like I said, I think the whole overreaction, the what's it called, Aaron Rodgers. I think people kind of overreacting on that situation. I don't know, man. That's probably the only one that kind of stood out to me. I ain't gonna say it's an overreaction, but I definitely thought the Titans would have came out a lot better than what they looked. I thought that was definitely a playoff team, but they didn't look that strong in this last game. And it's probably about the. I would say the Cowboys surprised me. I didn't really think I see them being able to hang with Tom Brady and them like that. So that's another one too.
Any from these rookie quarterbacks? Any over? You want to throw them in the trash already?
I don't believe in that. I like that. Yeah. I believe in. I think I look at potential. I think of development. So I'll never like just look at a rookie quarterback one game and be like, "Oh, he trash."
Do you like how some of these teams are kind of like sprinkling in like the Trey Lance, the Justin Fields sprinkling?
Yeah. I think the only reason they sprinkle them in because they know that eventually by probably mid-season that's they the starters. Like no matter what Jimmy do.
But you really don't. We haven't seen that in the past. Like first week.
But I don't think they're gonna do that shit. That's what I'm saying. I think they just trying to get him a little playing time. Keep his legs warm and shit just for when they ready to put him all the way in. But I think they basically got the training wheels on Justin Fields and Trey Lance right now. They just trying to ease them in. They just trying to ease them in right now. And if I'm Jimmy Garoppolo, if I'm what's his name, Andy Dalton, like I know my time is coming. So, but I don't know. I mean,
more so Andy Dalton.
Yeah, more so. No, Justin Fields probably got that spot in about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you can tell that if everybody ready to just get Andy Dalton up out of there. And Justin, one thing with Justin Fields, I think he's one of those guys that the media is gonna like. They're gonna be on his nuts. Like how it's always those guys like every week. So what did Justin Fields do? What did Justin Fields do? Oh, did he do it? I think he's the one. I think Trey Lance gonna slide through. I think Zach Wilson gonna slide through. Trevor Lawrence, I don't know yet, but I definitely think Justin Fields is the one they're gonna be picking on and shit. Like they always have one. But that's that. I mean, it seems like because remember even when he was coming out, how he was the guy like that everybody was jumping over and all that shit. So I feel like all those stories about Justin Fields before the draft. So I think he's definitely the one that they're gonna pick on and shit.
Okay, so in hindsight, looking back, the best. How would you rank these second-year quarterbacks?
Second-year quarterbacks right now, man. I'll probably go with I guess Justin Herbert right now, number one. Mm-hmm. I would have said what's his name? Joe Burrow, but he got hurt last year. Yeah, I mean, Herbert got the size, he got the arm, he got everything. I know some of our Redskins fans, some people were saying something like we should have drafted Justin Herbert instead of Chase Young, but I still don't agree with that. You know how it is with quarterbacks, man. Some guys come in the league and they come on fire, and the next they flame out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, did Justin Herbert make the playoffs last year? I don't think he did. That's what I'm saying. Like, so he doesn't he has no hardware. He has nothing to make you say like, oh yeah, this guy was worth passing up Chase Young, because you you know how it is with it's funny with pass rushers, they kind of start off slow like they rookie season, and then it's usually their second season when they kind of like, jump out there. So we'll see what happens with Chase Young, but I wouldn't have done that. But I'll probably go with the Justin Herbert one. I guess Joe Burrow too, from what I've seen. Probably in that same order you got them in right there. Probably in that same exact order you got right there, because Love ain't done, he ain't did shit yet. So
yeah, I mean you could say that and he's hurt, but like I don't know, just like the eye test I seen in the preseason game, like the small little sample that we seen this year, he has a little special quality to him. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see him. We'll probably like reorganize this next year, or maybe whenever Aaron Rodgers retire. But he does have like a little, a little bit of an it factor. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would definitely say Justin Herbert is first. I think he just played his 16th game, so you kind of like look at his numbers. Mm-hmm. And it's 40. 4,600 yards, almost 4,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah, pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's a good start.
But yeah,
I mean that yardage.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, and the turnover ratio. I'm excited to see a little bit more out of Jalen Hurts. Not against us though, but Joe Burrow. I mean, he took his lumps
last year.
Yeah, I want to see how he bounces back. I'm not really going to judge too much out of this year because of the injury. But maybe next year we kind of reorganize that. Tua has probably the most to show. It's kind of fucked up, his second year, but he's coming off the hip. No real, he was, COVID. Always for real. Like it should be, this grading should be skewed because of the COVID year. They really had no preseason games, no, heavy training camp.
And Tua was coming off a major injury too, so hip injury. He got to get that benefited out like Joe Burrow getting too,
Right. But yeah, all these guys are, I don't know, they just got like that, just like the NBA. Sometimes I say we are in good hands as far as like the young talent.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Let's roll into it with these. We do this shit weekly. The Stone Cold Locks of the week. Last week we went, I think, 4-3. Not too bad. I went 2-0. You went 1-0. I think somebody else went 1-0. And then I think the Saints and the Green Bay kind of threw our record off. But Stone Cold.
I don't think nobody saw that one coming.
Yeah, that's why I stayed away from that shit. Stone Cold Locks of the week. I am going with the Monday night jump. I'm gonna go with this is not like an overreaction. I'm gonna go with Kansas City. I'm gonna take that shop around if you can find this at -2.5. I think that's bet MGM the first line. If you can get it at -2.5, take that. I wouldn't do the -3.5. If you can get the -3, you can get the push, but I would definitely do the -2.5. And I will also do I think it was whoever. Yes, Denver minus. What the hell? Who is this line? Yeah, I would do Denver -6. Yeah, even if it's -7, I would take that. Denver over Jacksonville.
Give me that New Orleans over Carolina.
I do like that too. I do like that one too. Yeah, that is. What's that right there? What's that line? Okay. That's a pick 'em. Yeah, they're lunching right there. I'll take that too.
And then I'm gonna go with. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's too easy, but the Tampa Bay over Atlanta joint. I feel like that's gonna be.
What's the spread?
I think that's
10.5.
Man, Atlanta's some trash, dog.
Okay, we'll take it.
I don't think it's and I think Tampa Bay, their offense is too potent and their defense is strong.
Already, like how you just clicking on all cylinders like that?
It's the same exact team from last year.
Yeah,
but for real, Atlanta, you would think they would be able to put up more points though, at least, But the offensive line and who they starting running back right now? It's
Mike Davis.
Oh, Mike Davis. So what happened to Todd Gurley? He retired?
I don't know where I'm at. But yeah, I like those picks. I think that's those 4 picks. We got Kansas City minus 2.5. We have Tampa Bay minus 10.5. Some of these don't say 13. Find your picks, people. Find these picks. Tampa Bay minus 2.5. And this may change during the week. Denver minus 6. I'll take that. And is that it? Oh, New Orleans in a pick 'em. But some of these don't say 3.5. Would you take 3.5 for New Orleans?
Yeah.
3.5? Okay. Or get it to 3. Shop around, people. Shop around. Don't give what you're, you know what I mean? Spread your bread out. But yeah. I haven't seen too much of this next topic, which is the NBA tournament. The play-in tournament. I haven't seen much of that. That's like news to me.
The in season, for what? To go into the playoffs?
Yeah, I haven't seen.
So they changed the rules from last year.
I have no idea. I have not seen much news of that shit.
Yeah,
sounds like an Alex jump.
Yeah, I ain't know too much about that. As far as I know, I thought it was the same from last season.
I guess it's a proposal. I don't know. Yeah, it's a proposal. So it's all hypothetical. Yeah, I can't really get into that then.
Well, speaking on competition, you get into this versus from last night, Ja Rule versus Fat Joe. You go ahead and switch things up.
I watched a little bit of it.
I watched the joint, you know what I'm saying? Definitely wasn't my cup of tea for the most part. I mean, don't worry, because Ja Rule has some, non-female joints that I forgot about. Because Ja Rule had got on tracks with, like, he used to rap with Jay-Z and DMX a lot, like back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I forgot about a lot of them.
He was on the Hard Knock Life tour.
Yeah, he was on the Hard Knock, but he had like song, like I think I want to say it was called Blackout, but there was a couple other songs that he did with Jay-Z and DMX back in the day. I think he was on some songs with the Locks. And I forgot about them joints. It was this one song he did with like Redman and Method Man. I forgot about. So it reminded me of a lot of like the non-female songs that Ja Rule did. And he definitely got into his hits. I mean, Ja Rule kind of reminded you that he had like fucking endless hits, man. Like it almost took me back because I remember we was in high school when that nigga was hot, and it was just like I just remember it was a time period where it was just like nonstop Ja Rule hits over and over and over again for like a whole goddamn year. Maybe 2 straight years. The shit was crazy. Like, remember when Fetty Wap was like on fire, like a couple, but Ja Rule had that same energy, but like for like 2 straight years. It was fucking crazy. And Fat Joe, he had a rack of hits. He just couldn't hang with Ja Rule, and I don't think it's a lot of people that can hang with him. So, but overall, it kind of got a little chaotic a little bit because I guess when Fat Joe realized he was losing, he brought Nelly on stage and Nelly was performing his own songs, and then he started playing Big Pun songs and shit like that. So
yeah, I did, tap in there, and he was, doing the whole I want to be a player. I was like, bro, you can't.
Yeah, he playing other people.
This. Yeah,
he trying to like change the rules to try to stretch out his songs and shit. And I also know that Fat Joe at the beginning, I guess because he was inspired with the whole the Locks performance at the last verses. So like Fat Joe tried to come out with the whole hip hop, his rapidy rap song. But it's like don't nobody even like hip hop heads know that shit, but the average person don't know you for that. They know you for your little female pop type rap records. You know,
Lean Back and shit like that.
Lean Back and What's Love and all those little little joints, little feet with like the little female singing on the hooks. The joints with Remy Ma, like that's what people know you for. Like those songs. So he tried to hit people with the hip hop joints. He was even saying shit like this is hip hop and all this other shit. And it was like I could tell he was trying to use that same Locks energy. And I thought the execution was bad because when he was doing
you ain't had that cult following.
Yeah, you ain't that. That's not what you was. That's not what carried you. You know what I'm saying?
And don't get me wrong, that Don Cartagena jump back in the day, that's a slept on album. So
but Fat Joe is probably one of the best beat selectors. You know what I'm saying? I would give him that. Like black people may not look at him as like a great rapper per se, but his he can make a good song. He knows how to make a hit record. I give him that. So
for sure.
And it's overall in that battle. Like I even forgot about some of Fat Joe's hits. Like Fat Joe got a whole rack of hits throughout the years, so he's definitely respected too, man. They both did their thing. They both, man. I probably out of all the verses, this one probably had the most guest features. Shanti came out.
I seen Vita.
Vita came out. Like, nigga, I ain't seen Vita since I was like 13 or some shit. Like, Vita been gone for like 30 years. Like, where'd she come from?
Yeah.
Lil Mo came out, you know. And it was funny how like Ashanti had songs with both of them. I think Lil Mo had songs with both of them. So they was just like, so it was a good, it definitely had like a celebratory feel. Jadakiss came out at the end. Everybody knew that I'm from New York song was gonna be the very last joint, you know what I'm saying? And then Jadakiss came out and closed it. So overall, I thought it was a good battle. But when Josh started getting into his little female songs, I was like, all right, bro. Like, fast forward. I ain't trying to listen to these joints because, like, even back in high school, like I was annoyed. Like, I was the nigga, like, oh, another one. Like, nigga, I'm tired of hearing these joints. Like, because them songs was just made strictly for females. Like,
right.
Even in
the
crowd,
he secured the bag. He secured the bag with them jumps.
I'm not mad at him. I'm just saying, like, as a male, like, who listens to rap, that shit was not for me. And then, like, you know, even when he was on stage and he was like playing to the crowd, it was all females singing them songs back. You did not hear
like I do this, and play that shit.
I'm telling you, but he had the girls in that crowd though. Like he had them, like they had a night. I'll tell you that. Like he was probably taking them back, like because it was like this nigga had like 30 hit fucking records. It was ridiculous. Like I forgot about some of them joints. Like Ja Rule had a strong run. He had a real strong run. So
he did.
I mean,
Joe, Fat Joe was funny as shit and talk about like the Fire Festival and shit. That shit was funny.
He was talking shit. Yeah, he
but yeah, he was talking about like, oh, I put this person on. Nobody want to hear about that.
That's
shit,
not
man.
what they're here for, bro. It's a song versus song. He was trying to like, you know, use other credentials to try to like, you know, disguise from the fact that he was getting his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at the end of the day, Fat Joe still had hits, so I ain't completely mad at him. But he definitely was overdoing it. Then he brought out like some Birkin bags, some shit for Remy Ma. Yeah, he brought up on stage for what's it called, Shanti and who was that one? Was it Lil Mo? I forgot one of them, but he brought out like some bags for like the two. Oh no, it was Remy Ma. It was Remy Ma and Ashanti. He brought them some Birkin bags and like told them to open it up on stage and show everybody and shit. So he was doing too much. Like you can tell that nigga has an enormous ego, young. Like it was on display. That shit was on display last night.
Yeah, and then like I appreciate how he had Remy Ma rapping, you know, Big Pun verse on that, you know, the twin towers jump. Like that's like a sacred jump to me.
But bro, Remy Ma had
she spit that jump though. I'd be struggling with that jump in the car.
Remy had like a 30-minute set on that joint. Nigga, like she was rapping, she was carrying that nigga for real. Like she carried Fat Joe for like a good like 5 or 6 songs. Like you know what I'm saying. And then she had him rap, like you said, she had him rapping Big Pun joints and shit like that. So. You know, you could tell Fat Joe was trying to pull out all the bells and whistles, like you know, it just didn't work. It didn't work, and it's funny. I don't know too many niggas that can hang with Fat, like outside of like out of Jay-Z and I don't know too many niggas that can hang with Ja as far as the hits, man. It's not a lot.
You know, a lot of people was calling on 50 Cent in these times.
50 Cent cannot fuck with Ja Rule, though. Like 50 don't got that many hits. You know, I don't think he do. I think if 50 hits you with like his Get Rich or Die Travel, like he'll just play that
the whole album is
but he would have to play the whole album plus like Candy Shop or some shit like you know Wankster, like you know his because I mean he you know maybe a couple joints he did with Game and shit.
Yeah, that's and Young Buck and all that shit. And
but
probably the power jump.
Yeah, but I doubt 50. I don't something about 50 the way he come across. He ain't gonna put himself out there like
because he don't want to put him in a position to potentially lose. He will never do that.
He ain't gonna put himself out there like that.
But then I also seen Irv Gotti, you know, scroll up and he was wilding on the chat.
No, I ain't see the joint. I wasn't looking at the chat. The one I was watching, I couldn't even see the comments.
That nigga say he's like, oh, people keep talking about 50, but he won't tell you he got stabbed, shot, all this shit. Like,
old ass nigga, like ain't Irv like 50, like nigga.
Still talking that shit,
like,
bro.
Relax, bro. That nigga still stuck in like 92 or something.
I mean, he really got over on y'all. for just one or two times.
Yeah, but yeah, that joint was overall. It was a.
Yeah, it was cool.
Hey, am I tripping, bro? But I definitely, when I was watching that joint, I could be tripping. But did it look like Remy Ma kissed this nigga, or they kissed or something? Like
Huh?
her and Ja Rule. It was a scene where like Remy Ma walked up to Ja Rule, and it looked like they kissed, like they were face to face like this. And then Remy Ma was like, "Oops, my bad." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, but no one else is talking about this, so maybe I'm tripping, young. But look back at the tape. I was like, "Am I tripping?" If somebody else seen that shit, like I don't know, but it definitely looked like it. It was weird.
I ain't see that
That
shit.
shit threw me off like shit.
Like I was checking in and out because it's like certain jumps like Ja was playing. I was like,
Oh yeah, same here, same exact
I
here.
can't stay for the whole song, bro.
Same here, bro. Like I'm telling you, those shits was not for dudes. Yo. I'm telling you.
So, all right. Speaking of, the male female dynamic, another rapper that's in the news and his fiance, Tiffany Haddish, in common. She says she does not want a ring, my guy. She wants property, apartment buildings, something she can invest in long term in her name instead of a wedding ring. What is your thoughts on this?
I mean, so if she don't want a ring and she want like an investment, is that supposed to be just for her, or is that supposed to be for both of them?
I don't have that answer for you, brother.
Because see, if he want to get an invest and they have like an investment together, something like that, like some like I think she said an apartment complex or some shit like that.
Oh, complex.
Or,
Where's this shit at?
I thought what she say? No, with an apartment proposed with an apartment.
I guess one building.
So I'm assuming she wants like a whole building. So, okay, so let's say that he gets that apartment in her name, and then they end up divorcing or whatever. Like, now she got a whole investment property.
I mean, it's better than like a $3.4 million ring.
Yeah. But I don't. As far as like, how does that symbolize both of them though? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just that could be a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see how that ties to marriage per se. I'll get that like he just get her a gift.
But do you think people overpay for rings just because that's the social
100%
pressure?
I feel like a lot of guys
who got the bigger ring, who got the.
I think a lot of girls like to stunt, or women like to stunt. It's like to show their rings to their friends, and show look what he did, and then a lot of men feel the pressure to live up to that, to prove to their girl or their wife or whatever how much they love them. So then they spend a lot of money on the ring, and I think a lot of guys do that shit. But yeah, I definitely think some people they overdo it. Because a lot of it's for like vain reasons. It's not really about your partner. It's really for other people to see. So that's what I think about that. And I don't know. I've never really heard people trying to get like a investment property or something like that. Over a ring to symbolize their marriage. Like what are they gonna call it? Like maybe they'll name the property after both of them.
So I mean, but is that like is it just a smarter move, or is it a push to sway the wants of these celebritants, or a measuring stick? Everybody wants a Birkin bag. If you can't get them a Birkin bag, instead of the Birkin bag you give them property or something, like? Or is it just educating people on financial literacy? Like, is it all at one? Like, I mean, what's the advantage of the shit?
I think that plays a part into it. What you're saying right there, because I think a lot of people spend money on shit that really don't have no true value.
Right, a ring don't appreciate for real. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So she basically saying like put that money in a place where we can flip that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of buying on some shit just to show other people, it's like that. Then long term, that property will be worth more money than that ring. So maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the reason why.
And no disrespect, like property is more of a, I don't want to say a ring isn't a lifetime investment, but if you want to be realistic, like housing and having property, land and ownership, that's like a lifetime investment because you can pass that down to generations, your kids, everything. So it's like, I don't know exactly what the question was. What was the question?
like what part of the I don't know the side of this are you gonna I don't know like
I know how I feel about it.
is it teaching financial literacy or is it teaching somebody to again one up somebody?
Yeah, I feel like yo. It's funny you say that one up because I feel like it's gauged from women. Sometimes they get selfish in this position.
It's like goddamn,
Uh,
Common bought Tiffany
yeah,
Haddish apartment building. What the fuck you gonna do for me?
exactly, and that's what it
But
is. It's
it's
almost like
also
you're.
teaching somebody to not get these material items and get something that you know what I'm saying.
And I could appreciate that part of it, but it's almost like, well, Common's investing in Tiffany Haddish. You know, Tiffany Haddish is also an actress. She's on her hustle. I'm sure she's giving something back to this relationship. I'm not about
Yeah,
to
for sure,
invest in
for sure.
you if you on the other end, just waiting for me to do everything for you, and then you're not adding on. Like that's why I always look at like with the marriage, man. It has to be a balance, yo. Whatever I can't do, I feel like you should be performing 100% in the areas I can't. Like, and even if you can't, like I said, it's a balance. Like we have to find an alternative or solution. I don't want it to be one of those things where it's like, just like you said, I don't want my relationship compared to others because you feel like you deserve these material possessions when we're not even in the same position as these people you comparing us to. And aside from that, like I said, you don't know behind the scenes people's relationships, like what they really do for each other, where they are intimately, where they are emotionally, mentally, all that stuff. So I'm not about to give you what you think you deserve because you on this level, but you're really not on that level where you think you should deserve these things. And like I said, it's just some of it just gets selfish, man. Like I see with just like the ring proposals themselves and like the price point of the ring and different things like that. Man, I love the fact that he gave her apartment building. Just like I said, you can manage that, you can flip that, you can see how much money could go in, you could roll it over and capitalize on these things. And just like you said, you get educated at the same time. I'm sure that's not an avenue, or I don't want to say that's not an avenue she wasn't familiar with, but I like seeing that too in a relationship. Encourage your partner to do something outside of her norm or his norm and build from there. You know what I mean? Generate that wealth, reinvest, keep building your legacy together though. It's a balance.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
in general, man, rings don't really, they don't add any value to anything other than something you can just walk around and show people. So,
Right.
at least
Right.
that apartment building is something that, like you say, you can flip, pass down.
And that's just the initial jump. That's not like your band or nothing.
Exactly. Well, I saw like a story where the dude he didn't even give his like wife a ring. He gave her $25,000 and said that was their seed that they're gonna plant, for their life. So basically, he gave her this $25,000, and that was the investment for the both of them to build their life together. But he started with like that seed. That was like the seed, pretty much. So I feel like shit like that is deeper than a ring. Not to, and hey, I feel like marriage is sacred. I definitely understand the importance of it. But like, I be looking at the value, like, yo, if you're down and out, worst times, will you pawn that ring? Will you get that ring up if you needed the bread anyway? Like, that's what I mean. It's like it's just a
Right.
material thing. Yeah. I don't want to sound like that, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I've seen dudes like can't afford the ring and it will
that too. Yeah,
buy the ring for the woman, and she know he can't afford it, but she'll still let him buy the ring just so she can
Right.
show her
right,
friends. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because it's real if she be like, nah, don't get that because that ain't that's not what we need right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Exactly.
put that money in a more a more positive place rather than just buying that right now because
You
that's
know
not
what?
important for us.
There's like a
That's
reality
real.
show like that. There's a reality show where they like offer you, you're like your wedding or your dream house. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a budget.
Nigga, give me that
Yeah,
dream house every
yeah,
time, bro.
Right.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
fuck that.
Give
I
me the
don't,
dream
nigga. I
house.
have a private wedding. I don't need people to be there.
Real
You know what I'm
talk.
saying?
I'll have it at the
Like
dream
nigga,
house.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
exactly. Nigga, give me that
Shit.
dream house every time.
I
Two
forget
for
what that
one.
show called. Yeah. But I mean that whole wedding ring shit, and I mean that's like I'm
It's a
pretty
scam
sure
a little
there's
bit. It's definitely a
it's
scam.
a scam. It's also probably like some type of occult meaning behind that shit too. Like I
I
haven't looked
feel.
into it, but I
Yeah, I
feel
need to
like
do that
there's
too.
I feel like there's some type of hidden type meaning behind that shit.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely into it, man.
The ring itself, not like, you know, the ceremony.
Yeah.
Maybe even the ceremony.
I mean,
but,
the ceremony. It's called a ceremony,
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So y'all would choose more times than not to do the property over, if you had to choose property over the ring.
Yeah,
man,
I mean, I would probably get her a ring, but I would get her.
You wouldn't break the bank.
Nah. I would rather.
Exactly.
If I'm gonna break the bank, I would definitely like invest it in something that could, you know, benefit us both. But I would definitely get a ring, but it don't have to be like, you know, some shit where, you know, it's like, can I invest this in, you know, can I put this in a property or buy a ring? I'm putting a property, but I could still get her a ring, but just not.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you put in life, you know, you putting 25, depending on your life, 25, 40, 50, 60 years. If you measure it up, a ring, get a camera, a ring to apartment building, it's gonna be like there's no match for the shit. So
man, the way I'm looking at it is too, like, take the security. I feel like that's way more security. Like, you're gonna be secure in a house. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry. Like,
right, we can live in a penthouse.
Yeah, let's build. Let's build off of that. Like, we already got a house. That's a step up. People live in apartments, townhomes their whole life, man. That's already a boost right there. Having your own property, your own house. Yeah, let's build from that. I'm not worried too much about the ring. That's what I mean. Like that, I feel like that'd be that selfish shit, and like selfish to where it's like, damn, you would rather pick a ring for yourself that you won't see all the time, you know, that you won't be showing off, instead of this beautiful house that we can build a family in, that we can be secure with. You know what I mean? Something you can come home to, call yours. This space right here you create. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real. I need that house. I need that, especially the times we in. Shit, man, give me the house. We'll worry about the ring. We can't even have a wedding. You're gonna only have 6 people there right now anyway. We can't even do this. Yeah, give me the house. Shit.
All right, so you're saying about 6 people. 6 people, you know, we talking about that's like a quarantine type thing?
A little ceremony, yeah.
Oh, yeah. A little quarantine.
But they wide open now, but I'm just saying, I'm generally speaking, like, man, we don't even have to rush or force that, man.
All right, so you talking about quarantine shit, so, you know, scandemic type thing. Let's get into like how these nurses, I mean, I had one article, but after looking deep into it, there's like a lot of people in the medical field, or even in, you know, your everyday public servants, police force, fire departments, all this type shit are, you know, bringing up lawsuits. They're fighting back. They're pushing back against this mandate.
Right. Yep.
This vaccine mandate. Like, do y'all believe this is like the beginning of the pushback?
Yes.
Pretty much we haven't seen none of this shit. Pretty much as everybody's, you know, going with the flow. Yeah. This is the path of least resistance. Do you think there's going to be like some type of changing of the guard that you see, you know, in these other countries, in France, Italy, Switzerland?
I feel like, it's kind of starting because the information is starting to be exposed, yo. Like, even just the simple fact that you could still contact the virus with the vaccine and all this other stuff, but the pushback is important because they're trying to control the corporate America, like the job situation, pretty mumuch. Like forcing you to do that shit to like get your money or whatever, which I don't even think is right. That's just like cruel. Because like, do they have the exemption where y'all at? You can fill out like the exemption to get the vaccine and all that shit.
No, I ain't hear nothing about that shit.
Oh, okay. It just ended like Wednesday. Yeah, today. Today was like the last day. I guess you can file for exemption for your job, like for them to exempt you from getting the vaccine and still being able to work. But just like you said, man, the pushback is like very important. Oh, and it's in Henry County too. Yeah, that's very important because like once they start seeing these companies give the pushback, they'll consciously be like, you know what? I'm not trying to force these motherfuckers to do this. Like, it's going to be a ripple effect, I feel like. And the ones that are trying to do it are going to have the most trouble, I feel like, in the long run. Like, trying to stand their ground, like, be firm on that shit, it's going to backfire, man. Because you can't be forcing people to do it. I saw 78% of New York isn't even, like, vaccinated or nothing.
And they had the most propaganda there.
Exactly. Yeah, man. And so that just goes to show they're not going to be forced to do this shit.
You see that number, right? 33,000.
Yep. Damn. Right when yep, action. But yeah, man, I'm happy to see that. Just because, man, you fight that shit.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that because I just thought for the longest time like people are really fucking asleep and there's like no pushback. And if you getting this type of pushback from the medical professionals that people
That's what I mean.
that people deem that, you know what I'm saying, that because like they will always say like, oh, I'm a registered nurse, you should take it. I'm a registered doctor, we're walking out of here. Because even like I would see like people saying like they're denying, you know, people that are unvaccinated healthcare. Like what type of shit is that, bro? Like what type what type? So if people that's in the medical field are actually walking out, you know, taking legal action against, you know, said companies and shit like that, like, and these are your you know your public servants and stuff like that. These are your public servants, like that speaks volumes. It's not like, you know, your regular, you know, people. These are people that actually work in these type fields that's making a stance. That's heavy, and we need to support these people. And I don't know, like what information are they getting? Are they getting like, you know, first-hand information? Are they getting?
I feel like they do though.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like those are the ones who get like that information that knows shit could go left or right. Like for real. I feel like they're the ones that can justify a lot of things that happen too. Just like they push these vaccines and everything that go through, they can probably stop that shit. Like, hey, wait a minute, this ain't right. You ain't got clearance for this.
And at the same time, like,
it's over here.
Why don't we hear about these stories more often? When it's like, if you could type this in, I never knew it was like this across the board. So like, why aren't we getting?
Because it doesn't go along with the mainstream narrative.
Exactly. And once you people out there realize this shit, then it will start to, you know, the gears will start turning.
For real, it's a program. Y'all see it though. They see it. I feel like people are afraid sometimes to like address that shit.
Yeah.
Like they see it and everything else like that. And you might not speak the language and all that. Cool. But
stop listening to the same people that you follow on a day-to-day. Step out your comfort zone and actually look at the people that are, you know, that are living it. You know what I mean? Somebody that has a different perspective than you. It's good for you. It's good for you.
Yes, exactly. The best advice I can give you, dog, if you can feel it, you might want to consider, bro. If you feel it when you hear these things, you feel something, hey, you might need to move forward, man. Like, I don't know what is going on. Like, you feel that shit? That's your intuition telling you, yeah, this might be fucked up.
Yep.
Let's make a move. Yeah, man. Stop the nonsense.
I just think it's, you know, it's an attachment to the matrix. It's like, because it's like if I question the mainstream narratives, and it's like, now what do I do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so now what? You know, I think some people, they need to just be told what to do.
But I feel like that's a beautiful part about it. You know, like just like you said, you question it, then now what? Oh yeah, go search for that information, bro. Exactly, it's endless information, and it's all connected to so many different avenues, and like that's what I mean. That's why I say rabbit holes. It's like, man, a rabbit hole could lead to a whole motherfucking tunnel. I'm in a foxhole now. Like, goddamn, how I do all this shit underground? Yeah, I'm in this shit.
It's like, you know,
that's what I mean.
You got those who like to hunt for their, you know, for their food, and you got those that rather you just give it to them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the difference. It's like, like, I don't want to do research. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do research. I don't want to look things up. Just, you know, just give me some lunch meat. I don't want to go get my own turkey. Just give me lunch meat. You know what I'm saying? Just give me lunch meat. You know, just simple as that.
And even that, just like you said, the hunter, man, that even that being instilled inside of you, man, if shit goes left, like, what are these motherfuckers gonna do? You can't go to the store and buy a meal anymore. You have to hunt deers. We're gonna have to kill rabbits. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all got to wake up. Like, I don't get it. You're not gonna have no computer giving you all your shit.
It's that comfort, man. You know, they make us so comfortable, and then it's like,
that's the scariest shit to me.
Yeah, and it's like they fatten you up for the slaughter, young. You
know, for real.
They really do.
Yep.
Get you spoiled, get you comfortable. You know,
nice and comfy.
Right, and then they start rocking your ass to sleep, and they doing that shit to everybody right now.
Man, I know, and it's happening like fast, high volume. But I still have faith, though. I still have faith.
I don't know.
I got faith. I got faith. I feel
know.
like the thing with me is I feel like there's just enough conscious people to make like just enough. Like if it's like 15%, it's 15% ready to go right now. Like that's what I'm talking about. I don't think it's gonna be no numbers where everybody just consciously wakes up and it's gonna be all these people. I don't know, man. It's gonna take us. Yeah. That's what I mean. It's gonna take like a small mass of people to like expand the shit. It's not gonna happen at the same time. Because people are like still catching up right now. That's the thing that frustrates me too. Like I'm not mad about it. I'm glad you conscious and
This
being
shit's
open to
all over,
like,
bro. This is I
yeah, it's
see
like
New York, Houston,
Houston
Ohio.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
I
not.
say Ohio State nurse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I heard some shit. Nicki Minaj was saying some shit about like a friend of hers took the vaccine, became impotent. Like, bruh, nah.
Wow.
But they're
Shut
making her
up.
sound crazy though. They're gonna make her
God.
sound
No.
crazy.
Bruh,
Hey,
impotent,
real talk.
Fuck that.
Don't that seem
that's scary as fuck. Like, nigga, that'll change your whole psyche.
Yeah, man.
Your
No,
brain, you won't even able to.
Yeah, my grandma been going through some shit too. Like probably past couple months after her second shot, hospitalized, all types of stuff, bro. Like scary shit. Like I've seen her, like almost like how do I describe it? It's almost like it wasn't even her at some points, and then like now she's starting to come back too. But that shit like weakened a lot of her immune system, like even her like reproductive shit, like blood clots. Shit, like, but it's like
that's
increased.
a new thing.
I heard. I met
this
blood clot's a new thing.
Yeah, I met.
Dog, she had to have a surgery. Like that shit was like, wow. That's why I'm like, what? How did that happen so fast?
And that's not specific to the actual virus. That's specific to the vaccine. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
The blood clot.
It's literally the second one.
You're actually adding like more like ailments and shit that have nothing to do with the vaccine. I met a guy. I met a guy like last week. Told me he probably, I think he was like 60 years old. Said he got the 2-shot joint, but he didn't take the second shot because after he took the first shot, he got blood clots in his legs, and now he on blood thinners. And he was like, he said the fact that I'm on blood thinners, he says no way I'm taking that second shot.
Yeah,
same guy told me this. You know, he said I'm on blood thinners now.
Yeah, man.
Like, come on, man.
That's what I mean. I've seen people like they've taken this and gotten worse, bro. Like that's what I don't understand. Like everybody that's fucked with, like it hasn't been like just a steady movement of being good, and motherfuckers can still catch shit. Like, oh, that's
the biggest thing. Like what the fuck?
So like, why does it even matter now? Like, I don't know.
That's it. If the shit worked, I had no problem taking that shit. But the shit don't fucking work. It don't do what they say it does.
Not at all.
But you know, it's so crazy. The thing is, though, it's like, okay, when there's so much skepticism behind it, I feel like there's a lot of justifiable skepticism. Like, you know, you see, like I said, I heard a dude blood clots, you know, fucking goddamn taking blood thinners. People have died from the shit. But it's like, all right, so we know people who died from this. We know there's like it's not 100%. So it's like, why is this public shame shit going on in society? Like, you should understand why there's some skepticism. Why are we
right?
Like, yeah, so what if it's killed people? You know, it's like, what do you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
bro, I just had a situation with this, right? This I did like an installation for like Jeep, this little company. They got like Denver Auto Show going on, right? And like I was doing like the little interview for the shit, and the dude was like, "Are you vaccinated?" Right? Because you got to show like a badge card or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I got my card. He's like, "Let me first commend you on getting your vaccine. You're one of the," like, gave me this whole spiel, and it made me feel weird. Like, whoa, you segregate motherfuckers on like getting this shit and not get, because he's like, if you would have told me you didn't have it, I would have had to give you a whole spiel on what you have to do every day, like when you come up there to get checked in. I was like, what? He's like discriminating against if you ain't got the shit, damn near. Like, that's what that shit's coming to. Like, it just made me feel so weird, man. Even the way he was like applauding me, like, "Oh, I salute your efforts for making sure you're." I'm like, what? Like, you sound so crazy to me right now. Like, yeah, it was just, scary kind of, man. Like, that's kind of the perception to put in me. I'm like, damn, niggas is gonna start like having these wars on if you got it or if you don't, like going against each other type shit.
I
already see the shaming. Yeah, I already see the back shaming. Yeah. I already know the shame is happening, bro. Please. That shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm. I read that.
Mm-hmm. I saw that post today when you had it
September
up there.
7th, 2020, new COVID cases, 25,166. Then it's 301. So it's more COVID cases, even though it's more vaccinated people. Yeah.
Bro, all you have to do is look at like how they have those documentaries and little videos on like how they used to induce the flu in motherfuckers, man. It's the same shit because the flu ain't even around right now. Nobody has a flu. This flu season.
The flu and the cold just like was like, oh shit, COVID.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Dog,
hey, like,
exactly.
we gonna go over there, COVID. The flu and the cold was like, oh shit, bro. You know, big homie then came. Let's go.
Yeah, skip all that.
Let's just go take a break.
Debo coming.
I know, like, goddamn, like shit. Like
Debo.
Did COVID eat the flu? Did it for real? Did it eat the flu? Like, did it eat the cold? Did it just straight up eat them joints?
Right, man.
It's like them shits don't exist no more.
Exactly. That's a cold bitch if it did, though. That's a cold motherfucker if you just got rid of the cold
like
and a flu nigga.
In the germ world, like COVID is like, you know, the big nigga. Like,
yeah, the common cold, my nigga. This is when it thrives. We about to change seasons too.
I had told this dude at work that be preaching that vaccine shit. I had told him, like, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's, you know, you're putting yourself at risk because, you know, if you don't take it, you know, you can meet your demise. So like, all right, do you even know that like the vaccine itself has caused like 6,000 deaths? It's like, oh, there's no way that's possible. I was like, you can go on the CDC website. CDC website, the CDC.gov website will tell you that it has caused 6,000 adverse reactions that resulted in death.
Until something happens to him or somebody close to him, he's not going to even like consider none of that shit. Honestly, you have to literally see the effects of that. People like that, I mean, you have to like see those effects and experience that shit firsthand for you. Like, wake the fuck up.
And then like
that
the
doesn't make any sense.
We're gonna get off this shit soon because I don't like really like, you know, talking in long.
Overtime.
Shit. Yeah, but this, I think we're gonna do all this shit on one episode. But this Pfizer and Moderna type shit, that's not even like a typical vaccine. It doesn't give you like the small glimpse of the virus or whatever. It's a new technology. It's a nanotechnology that, you know, reprograms or learns your mRNA. It's that type of vaccine. It's not like your typical, you know, what do you call it? Like chickenpox and shit that gives you a little bit and you fight it off. You know, you learn the shit, but it's a whole different type of thing. Like we have never seen this shit before.
Because weren't they trying? Like, isn't that the whole explanation behind the antibodies and shit?
Yeah, there's no. I know.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like,
it doesn't age your antibodies. Yeah.
That's what. Niggas tell you anything, boy. I swear. Biggest pimps ever, man.
And I tell you this, like, damn, it's all this shit going on. But man, I went to that damn Redskins game the other day, nigga. It was no mask. Like I mean, it was people with masks.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like certain places.
If you was going to catch it, you was going to catch it in that stadium. Like if you, no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know.
You.
Nigga, we be traveling, bro.
You got people in stadiums all across. You got especially college football. Them college football stadiums.
Oh yeah, bro.
Crazy. Them niggas wasn't nobody be wearing masks in none of these games.
And that's youngins too. That's a lot of youngins too.
Think like it's like, all right, so if there's so much hysteria going on about this shit, but when you turn on the television and you see, it seems like the people ain't really that.
If you want to solve the pandemic, turn the TV off.
For real, stop listening to that bullshit.
I'm telling you, because how many damn college football games went on just these past couple of weeks? All those people packed stadiums. NFL games packed stadiums.
You see fucking West Virginia?
All of them.
Niggas is not wearing masks in the stadium.
Michigan?
It might be like 10, like maybe
108,000.
They gotta get this bread for paying these players. They gotta get that bread. They're gonna be demanding these millions.
Exactly.
They know what it is. They know they lost money last year too. Even in my 4 or 5 games. Hell no. Nah.
Even in my section where I was at, there might have been like 1 or 2 people with masks on. Like nobody was wearing
outside.
Like wasn't nobody wearing them shits, man.
Burn the fuck up.
And it's funny, like I said, when I go out of town, I go on vacation, you know, same shit. People don't be like, I don't know.
Nah.
Right.
I know, bro.
Only on the plane. You know
that's literally the only place, like airport and all that, where I see everybody is like on this shit, where they know it's strict. where you're gonna have a problem. Anywhere else, they not asking you nothing, man. Like you can walk up in these malls, stores, all that shit. It's not gonna be any static.
But you see this 2 senior FDA vaccine regulators, they stepped down.
Oh, what? So something's about to happen.
Yeah.
The FDA? Hell yeah. They better
See,
make that
this
announcement.
information that you're only gonna find if you do your research. If you just depend
Exactly.
on
And these are main publications too.
But
And
if
that's
you
what's
just-
that. That's the thing. You can start seeing like the paper trail for shit too,
Mhm.
and like you see like the little network that they all like associate with, and all this shit. It's crazy, man. Should be happening the same damn time. Yeah, right.
All right, so this could be potentially a conspiracy. I don't know. This wasn't in our the shit that we voted on, but I'm gonna throw it out there.
Yeah.
What do y'all make of this new Texas abortion law where they say
Yeah.
it's going to be illegal to do it past the 6-week mark.
And what's crazy is I was talking to a few ladies about
Like-
this, and they say you can't even tell if you're pregnant till 8 weeks. You
Right.
can't even tell, because the hormonal
They call this the
balance doesn't happen.
the
Yeah,
Texas heartbeat bill. That sounds
That's
kind of
crazy.
heavy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and they said you can't even get it if you're raped or ancestral. If it's incest, you still can't get that shit after the 6-week joint, which is another crazy. Like, so you mean to tell me you sat around and thought about somebody getting raped and denying them being able to? Bruh, I'm not about to make any decisions on any woman's body. That's number one. I don't even think I could, like, this ain't no dictatorship. That's just kind of crazy to me. Very crazy.
You think it's like any? I don't know.
I was trying to
any relevance like the Texas. I
Yeah.
think like Texas is being like pinpointed, like you know what I'm saying, like they the big boogeyman.
Yeah, and they're the biggest state, and they're the most like controversial and all
Big
that
old
shit. Like,
big old red state putting the red
Mhm.
against the majority of the blue. I don't
Right.
know. I haven't dived too deep into this, but I think there's something to be said about this. Maybe there's gonna be a whole push, nationwide on this.
I mean,
Like, what are they gonna do?
They're going against the grain, though, right?
Right.
Because it is
Right.
it's a pro-abortion thing. Seems to be the overall like messaging that you see, So for Texas, it looks like they're actually going against the grain. They actually like, nah, like we don't want you. We want your children. We want your babies to live. So, because usually when I turn on the television, it's definitely saying the opposite. So.
oh, so you're saying like without the abortion, pretty much with the new law, they're gonna be providing more life.
They actually want people's babies to live. Where this like what people always talk about is Planned Parenthoods in every black neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much the So it's like if Texas is making a law, like where I guess it would be against the whole concept of a Planned Parenthood. Is that necessarily a bad thing? And then even when we talk about like the rape situations, yeah, I agree with that. But even these, like the majority of out of all the abortions that happen, how many of these joints is like rape cases and ancestral?
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
1%, 2%. You know what I'm saying? Like most of these joints is pretty much used as a contraception. So
I hear you.
That's
And really, that's what they're trying to
that's
like
just the
knock
truth,
down.
though. That's what it is.
Because I was thinking this was gauged to more like youth too. I didn't feel like it was like older. I feel like it's like the youngins that's coming out, just having kids out of high school type shit and all that. Like,
yeah,
trying to control it.
It's funny though because we've talked about this kind of before, but we live in like a hypersexualized society, so it's like
everything's sex, man.
Everything is like, oh, have sex.
Mhm.
Oh, you should want to have sex. Nothing wrong with sex. They got like fucking shit in kindergarten. They teaching kids about sex positions or what was that?
Everything,
shit?
man.
Right
in New York.
So it's like, all right, you want to tell everybody to fuck, and then we'd be like, okay, now let's abort your babies. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what y'all really want to do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then
the same babies you was teaching the shit to.
So you telling everybody that it's like, all right, so it's kind of like they want the fetuses. I'm not talking about the Texas. I'm talking about like I guess the whole Planned Parenthood shit is like, is that what y'all want? Like y'all tell us to have sexual freedom, all this, that, and third, and then you get people, having unwanted children. So it's almost like it's almost like the jail system is like, you teach niggas, you raise niggas up, you program them to think that they got to be street dudes and gangbangers and all this shit. Then they go to jail. The system benefits off them niggas being in prison. You basically getting free slave labor. You know what I'm saying? And then same thing is like everybody fuck, having one of the children, and then we take the fetuses and we harvest the fetuses and do whatever the fuck we do with that. You know. So it's like, you know, it's this Texas abortion bill. Are they actually going against that? You know what I'm saying? It sounds like they're going against the people that's pushing that. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. It's gonna be a big ass backlash, though. I already see that coming.
Of course, it's gonna be because of all the programming of, you know.
Yeah, you know, Biden already said something. Even
that's what I'm saying. All the programming all throughout all the years has definitely been like pro, you know, abort your baby. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. So of course, it's gonna be a backlash because it goes against, you know, what you've been told your whole life. You know,
for so long. And I don't know what the deal is with Texas doing shit like. Just, you know what I mean? Just like being the first one to flat out just try shit either. I'd be wondering about that too. I don't know what the mission is behind Texas and what they be doing now. They be having a lot of strange shit come up.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like who's to say, you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm just like, how are they intertwined with everything? That's what I be trying to like what? Yeah, like, is there a resource? The oil in Texas, right? Farmland and shit. No? I don't know what's in town. I'll do some research. I'll holler at y'all in a week. Shit, I gotta look into that. It's something.
But what was you about to say? You said who's to say what?
I mean, like why did they make it 6 weeks? Like, what's the importance of that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like that's a cutoff or something too.
It has to be like calculated as far as that. Like, what's the importance of that? It can't be like that's like when the soul starts or something. Like that's all perspective. Like that's all subjective.
Like I said, the only thing I do know is
if the heartbeat is, if there's a heartbeat, that means it's living. That means it's, you know, it has a heart. That means blood is flowing. You know what I'm saying? That means it can bleed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. But rocks don't have heart. Plants don't have a heart. Like when does like the soul start? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but
feelings and stuff. Like what's
like the consciousness of the baby and all that. Like
anything. I'm saying I don't have the answers, but I'm saying like what's the importance of 6 weeks? Like it has to be
that 6 weeks is not regular. Like I said, because
they say that's because there's no heartbeat, right? Because I think even the baby's heartbeat might start beating before the woman even knows that she's pregnant. Like I think you said, a woman can't tell she's pregnant until 8 weeks. So if the heart is already beating at 6, then the heart is beating at 6. That don't got nothing to do with whether she knows she's pregnant or not.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, on a spiritual level, or even like goddamn, like, or like what happens to the babies? All right, they say it's illegal, right? Now you gotta carry the baby all the term, and then she give it for adoption. Who's in charge of that baby now? Is it the state?
Oh, you talking about surrogate?
Is it the state? Because that's the same state where, you know, those Planned Parenthood lady got in trouble saying, "Oh yeah, we sell body parts, baby body parts, and all that shit like that." Y'all remember that video?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
something like
a while ago.
Yeah, that's the same state. So like, if they making people carry these babies to term, like who's taking, you know, who comes in charge? Are these babies after that fact?
And I was even thinking about like the abortion thing. Like, what could you get out of a fetus or something like that?
They was getting bread off that shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Planned Parenthood is in every black community.
They was getting bread off that shit. And then Kanye was talking about that shit. Y'all think this nigga crazy? He's talking about that shit like 2 years ago. He's saying like,
don't let them take your kids and don't
Planned Parenthood is pretty much, you know, the new black genocide.
Yeah, yep.
Or the old black genocide. Like,
see, but when you say shit like
they always try to make him look crazy.
That's because he's going against the mainstream narrative when he says that, because they want you to abort your babies. They actually want you to do that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't have a black guy who's supposed to, because the black guys, we're supposed to go along with everybody else's fight. We're not really supposed to have a mind.
Right. That's somebody else.
Of course.
We're supposed to really, whether people really realize it or not, everyone around us expects us to be the foot soldiers for all their battles. But our shit is like, we're not allowed to have a mind of our own. You know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. You know, so of course, a guy like Kanye always going to be demonized when he go against the grain. You know, always.
That's any black man, though. I feel like
anyone,
because they already know
100%.
the power we possess. Yeah, they know what it is.
100%. But that's my whole thing. I think I don't know. I don't necessarily 100% see nothing wrong with this. If you want people to if you want to keep a baby alive, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, leave Texas, man. If y'all in that shit, just get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
God damn. I just think that's so crazy, man. Just the whole dictate, like the control shit is getting crazy.
As long as there's a plan for that child, that if the woman, let's say the woman in a situation where she can't take care of the baby, and you saying that she can't abort her child, as long as they have a plan for the baby, then I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying, at all. As long as they have something in place for the child. Because there's a lot of kids that come into this world born into people who should not be having kids.
At all, yeah.
So if you're a person who know that you shouldn't be having children, also you can't stop people from fucking. So it's obviously if you're gonna have a child, then at least give it to the state. I guess the state can take better care of it than you.
Or I got responsible.
I got that video loaded up too.
Oh, okay,
Planned Parenthood.
I remember that. Yep, that's it.
In graphic detail, Planned Parenthood's Senior Director of Medical Services described how to preserve valuable fetal tissue during an abortion.
We've been very good at getting parts on liver because we know that so I'm not going to crush that part. I'm going to
While she eating a salad.
crush below, I'm going to crush above, then I'm going to see that get out intact.
Over wine and salad, question organization providing fetal tissue to researchers, typically for a fee.
I would say it's probably anywhere from $30 to $100, depending on the facility and what's involved.
The backlash was immediate. Republican presidential candidates pounced.
I just think it's outrageous and disgusting.
And Congress announced it will investigate.
I don't care how much political weight Planned Parenthood throws around this town. No one is above the law.
But Planned Parenthood says it is following the law, that it provides the tissue legally for scientific research with consent from patients and no financial benefit. Any fees merely are to cover costs, a point the doctor made repeatedly.
The village are not looking to make money right now.
Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, right.
But even you gotta think about like that.
Unethical.
That even that shit we was talking about with that adrenochrome when they like
eat it's all about the adrenochrome.
This shit might be all tied together. So think about it. You put them in black.
That's what I was getting to on the abortion.
Planned black communities. You pump all
mixed in with the melatonin.
All this super sexual shit. You know what I'm saying? People having babies at a young age. They can't afford. They live in poverty. They give their child up. They get abortions. Then you take these fetuses and then you profiting off of them, probably doing all kinds of other kind of shit. And you're getting that fresh, pure, human energy. You know what I'm saying?
That's that's what I think it is. I think it's the pure, like probably the purest form of something that they're getting. That's why they want to do that shit so early. Bro, it's something connected with that shit.
It is. It has to be.
There's no way. There's no way.
They send your boys to they manipulate your boys to go to jail, and they manipulate your daughters to give up their babies at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's simple as that, bro. Simple as that.
And then make you sterile from taking these shots.
Exactly.
Yep. Ooh, so you can't have nothing after that. Yeah.
That's scary as fuck, boy.
It's crazy too.
Yeah. Man, crazy because it's real.
It's real. It's real. The realest. Yeah, man. Let's hurry up. I want to get into this Met Gala shit. I got some shit to talk.
Oh, you know we was talking about that?
Oh, did y'all? Hold on. Where y'all going with it?
We ain't really getting to it.
No. We ain't talking about. I know you thought we was gonna talk about the shit.
Yeah, man. I was tuned into that shit. I saw all them damn dresses.
But you want to get through these other topics first, or you want to just get to that joint?
I mean, we already on that whole wave, so we might as well get into that.
All right, all right, that's fine.
The Met Gala, man.
Let's get to that Met Gala shit. I mean, we seen Russell Westbrook in the dress. You know what I'm saying? Blue hair. All white. Yep.
Jordan Clarkson too.
Oh, I didn't know Jordan Clarkson, but I'm not surprised.
Jordan Clarkson. Kardashian.
Yeah, he must be another one of them. And wasn't Jordan? Didn't he like have his hair dyed blonde at one point, or am I tripping?
Yeah, he did for sure.
Yeah, okay, so he was part of it.
And Kuzma.
He was his son. Yeah, they probably all part of that California.
Kid Cudi shit is dyed blue right now too. Yeah,
black. So you that all black that Kid Cudi has on the all white that Russell Westbrook on, and you see that they both have the same color hair, so they basically playing the same character. The only difference is that one is the light aspect, the other one is the dark aspect, but they playing the same character, the duality. So it's like even in a lot of these, you know, like in ancient Egypt, like there was like a lot of characters where they have like the feminine aspect and the masculine aspect of the same character. So that's basically what you're saying right now. You're basically saying that they're playing. And what I think, don't give me 100%, don't quote me 100%, but I think the character that they're playing is I want to say Osiris. They're playing
Osiris and Set.
Yeah, exactly, because Set is the feminine aspect, and Osiris is the masculine. But it's the same character. It's the same person. It's just the masculine and feminine are the same.
That's crazy. And man, and he was wearing something different at the actual gala too. Westbrook.
Exactly. I want to get. Oh, Westbrook. I don't have that.
Okay. Did you see what Autumn was wearing? Like different types.
All right. Yeah, but Kid Cudi definitely changed his hair at the gala to the green to the green with the fucking smoky eye shit. You know what I'm saying?
Then you saw your boy. You saw old Frank.
Frank Ocean with the green hair. Yep.
Thank you, bro.
So and he also had like this little animated AI baby that was talking and moving and reacting to him. And then people were also saying, and he has the upside down triangle too on his
all on the little ones.
We ain't seen Frank Ocean in a minute too. Like
I mean, he wearing all black at that.
And also they saying like this baby could have been the baby that was inside of Lil Nas X belly and all these like publications.
Oh my god!
That people pay for him to be in these like these publications. People pay for him to have these expensive videos, but this nigga has no album and and such. Who's paying for this shit, bro? Like we know these artists get jerked around and like your budget is not that big, bro. Other fucking hip hop artists don't have this big of a budget to be doing videos on top of videos, to be doing photo shoots on top of photo shoots, sneak releases on top of sneak releases. Like I don't believe this shit. He has a whole machine pushing this whole agenda. Like I don't believe this shit at all.
You know it's a program, and all that nigga has right now, real talk on TV right now, or in
his song's not even on the radio, bro. Like where's the money? Where's the cash flow coming from?
He has a fucking like a Lavino commercial. Like some little rinky dink shit I've seen like during the Super Bowl that's in rotation.
Yeah, that shit
just like you said. Just like you said. Yo, and Drake actually said it. He said the fourth level of jealousy is media. That's actually crazy. How they use media against you. Like it's a lot of levels, man. I know that nigga was talking some crazy shit too.
All right, so I just looked this up real quick. So it says Set was originally the prime evil figure in Egyptian mythology, as the title belongs to Apep, the evil god of darkness. So Set is the dark, Osiris is the light. His brother is Osiris.
Oh, okay. See.
Yeah. Also, that's a lot to do with the Washington Monument too. That story too.
Okay. Yeah, man. Let's get this. What's with the who else did I see?
I want to know like what's the importance of the colored hair? Like
the green. That's what I want to know too.
The blue and the green, like the color coordinate. It looks like it's done by the same people. Like that looks like the same like can of whatever hair. Yeah, it just looks like the same can.
Yep.
Like they
they saw the same person. They got the same stylist.
Like what's the importance of that shit?
Even Nirvana, I have to like start looking into that shit too. Like I see like a lot of rock and roll groups and like little symbols with they shit that pop up a lot. And he always be on that.
With Nirvana.
That whole rock and roll. Yeah, like that whole
he's a big Kurt Cobain fan. Like heavy into
psychedelics and shit.
Not even psychedelics, he's on heroin heavy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't if he's on psychedelics, that shit probably would have saved his fucking life.
Yeah. But I think he experimented with acid and all that shit first and just went left.
Yeah.
He was depressed though. That was a sad man.
Yeah. Good music though.
Great.
Rock a Joe sometime every now and then. 1993.
Yeah, 90s, great generation, great era.
But yeah, this if anybody has any information on this, we're this on the overtime with the the different type, because we all know like the blonde hair means what Asian of chaos and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, even I was seeing a lot. Even Lil Nas X, even his whole fucking rollout was crazy too. Then he come out in a big ass gown or something. Then it went into like that intergalactic, like gold robotic type suit.
But who be paying for this
something.
shit? This nigga just like, when
I
does he
don't know,
drop?
man.
Did he drop his album already?
Nothing. I
Where's
told you this thing
where's
has
the
a
money coming
commercial.
from? He don't have a debut album.
No,
Where's it
nothing.
coming from? Where's it
They
coming
gonna
from?
say Old Town. They gonna say Old Town Road.
He said he been spent that though.
Wow, really?
He said he spent that shit like 2 years ago. He was like saying, "I want broke." So that's probably even made that metamorphosis.
Exactly. Oh, you need some money? We got that loan for you.
Mm.
Wow, biggest loan sharks ever. Damn, that's what happened. He really went broke though.
You say
That explains a lot. Desperation, all that shit. That you had all that celebrity, all that fucking momentum, all that shit. Oh yeah, you sold your soul.
You know, you had to
That
do
makes so
some
much.
things.
What? Oh, but yeah.
But it's like they're not
Little
even hiding
change.
this, they're not even hiding this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas ain't even, you know, everything that's going on, they blatantly doing this shit in your face. Like we've been hearing about the niggas in dresses before, like this shit that's been going on this year, and it's like it's not like this was some secret shit and then they just started doing it. They doing this shit after everybody already knew about it. Like we already knew about when Dave Chappelle came up with that whole thing about that's why he left the industry, because he kind of exposed that shit. And he was like, I left the industry because they was trying to put me in the dress. And then it's like now even more niggas is in dresses. It's like
color, hair, and makeup.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's supposed to be like fashion and style. That's what I mean. That's how desensitized shit is getting.
Masculine men though.
No.
Kid Cudi, nah, man, they done got him. That's why I'm like, damn, he
so quick though.
Like all these people that are close to like Kanye are getting got. That's why I'm like, you might want to cut a lot of these motherfuckers off like quick.
Yeah. But why don't Kanye say nothing? So he probably
I be thinking about that too.
Yeah.
But I didn't see Kanye in the dress before too. Kanye got some videos on, well, not in the dress, but he was in the kilt or skirt and shit.
Yeah,
and Jay-Z,
kilt.
I seen some joints with Jay-Z too. So it's the same shit, you know.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's excluded. I'm just.
So
I mean, what I'm saying is they all on the same team. That's what I'm saying.
It's a game. Yeah.
All of these niggas on
is a kilt vastly different than a dress?
Nah, not to me.
I mean, they try to make that shit
obviously, when you got niggas like Kid Cudi, he got the little spaghetti strap and shit like that.
Oh yeah, that was also
yeah.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I think culturally, it's like, where do you come from? Like culturally, that's not
exactly
some shit that a man does.
What?
So even if that's some shit that they do out in fucking Ireland or whatever the fuck, culturally here, that's not what you fuck men do. So it's like you going against the. You know, you're going against the grain on what defines, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, it's not the same shit. My thing is,
if you can do these things, like represent these other cultures with all this shit, why are you not representing yours that much harder? You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say, even talking about Kid Cudi never came off to me where he was just like pushing black influence. Like he was like kind of like a rock and roll type, scared dude, You know what I mean? It was never just that one lane. So like even now, like representing the Scottish culture or whatever the fuck you want to say with the dresses and shit, it's like, bro, what connection do you even have to that though?
But I know exactly what you're saying, because it's like, all right, why don't let's see a Scottish
like
guy.
Why would you rep that?
Like why you got
what are you repping?
Why not find a cool Scottish guy to make wearing skirts cool, like, or wearing, you know, why you gotta do it? That ain't even, nigga, your parents ain't raised you on that shit.
Is the Scottish guy even black that you got that skirt from?
I'm sure
is he black at least?
Maybe they can find a black Scottish dude that does that shit or something. I don't fucking know.
Right. I don't even see no UFC fighter to do that shit.
You know, so it's like, nah, bro. Like, come on, man. Just
that shit died like with wrestling.
That shit means something else.
We talking about
Roddy Piper.
Yeah, shout out to Roddy Piper. Who was in a woke ass movie too? That's a movie recommendation that has a lot to do with today. It's called They Live. Y'all need to watch that old school movie. It's called They Live with Roddy Piper. Watch that shit.
The Roddy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everybody, watch that shit.
And then you know all this shit that's been going on. Like it's I don't know. Am I tripping? But why does it seem? Why does it seem to only seem to be black men that's like
targeted?
Like, yeah, then it's not even targeted. It's like all the images are like black men that are like doing the feminine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is it only black men that are the ones?
Who's the? I mean, it's a few.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that there's no white guys that don't do this shit, but I'm talking about like when it's brought right to your face to the forefront.
No, it's a
few. Black dude.
It's a few.
Yeah. Like I know that one dude, that Harry Styles dude. I know he like some shit.
Yeah, they got his ass a while ago. Yeah,
you know.
I think
so
even like
some decent songs too.
Jared Leto too. I think they got him too.
Yeah, he do be on
Jared Leto, actor,
Joker.
Right?
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah,
but if you look at his like past, he's I don't know. He got like reasons to be on that type shit.
And it's funny because even the joint with Russell Westbrook, even his wife in his comments was like put hearts in that joint. You know what I'm saying? So, what you gonna say? What you gonna say? If his wife co-signed it, what can I say? At the end of the day,
Yeah.
Hey, he gotta get that bag at the end of the day, right? So fuck it.
That shit crazy.
But it's funny though, because a lot of these people that's supporting this shit, I guarantee you, like even the women that's supporting this shit, if you just woke up one morning and your man was in the kitchen making eggs and fucking sausages, and he had on your fucking,
dress,
you would have a problem with that.
And your maxi dress,
you would have a fucking problem.
Don't even fake.
I understand you trying to be open minded and all that other shit, but I guarantee,
I seen this. Easy. I seen this hanging up. I thought it looked good.
Like you never crossed your mind a day in your life where you was like, "Ooh, I would love to try this skirt on my man." Like, nope, never crossed your mind. So.
That shit was shock. That shit was shocking.
We gotta stop moving. We gotta stop moving the goalposts for these celebrities.
Yeah, especially if you. My thing is, especially if you hold your man in a reality that he's a real man, you would be fucking shocked if you, nigga, if I was in a dress period, like I know that'd be heartbreaking, because you already know that's some shit I had to think about doing, and if you really know me, I'm thinking about doing that shit. That's a problem. Like I don't care. I don't care what they would try to say, how you try to sugarcoat that shit.
But it wasn't even. Oh yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
No, because I just feel like that's something like women. I mean, I don't want to say all women, but they be thinking, man, that's something they gonna keep thinking about. Like this nigga was in the kitchen in my dress. I don't think that's something you just go over. I don't think that's something you just be smooth about and like, oh, you know what, that's all right. Nah, you gonna hear some shit about that, bro. For a minute, if you put a real one. So I don't. No way.
It wasn't even just them. That was damn near the theme. Like there was a bunch of them in skirts and dresses in that joint. Like it was weird. So I mean, but hey,
yeah, that was a theme. You're right. I saw Virgil had like the half dress. Like I saw somebody else with the shit.
They call this guy high fashion. I don't know. I should be looking stupid as shit most of the time.
Maybe that's the trick. The high fashion, that term high fashion is like,
Yeah.
But, I want to be a part of high fashion. And then you just wear any.
Yeah, see who's stupid enough to buy it. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there's some quality shit out there that's still like the price point is crazy. But his shit, it's been a minute since his shit is like hype. You know what I mean? He got like a lot of hype behind this stuff because they already built a name off the fresh shit he did do. Back in I feel like when he first was dropping, especially with the art shit, his shit was like crazy.
Ooh,
now it's like he could do whatever he wants.
This is a good time to bring back an old segment called Unpopular Opinions. I hate to put it on the spot, but what's an unpopular opinion?
Shit, I'd never be good at these. I don't know.
I'm gonna go off recent shit. Meg Thee Stallion, she sound like a parody, like a Mad TV SNL parody.
That's what I'm saying. She does.
Yeah, she's not a good artist or rapper. Like Doja Cat is an actual artist to me. Like a lot of stuff I hear from the girl,
she has a good range.
Yeah, it has a lot of range. Even when she raps, like I never would expect her to rap like that. Megan Thee Stallion sounds like parody. Like when's it gonna stop? I'm tired of the shit. Don't please don't put out any more music.
I agree. I mean, it's not even the twerking, bro. It's like she don't talk about nothing. Like every song's like
even the flow. The flow is terrible. The flow is terrible.
She don't be
the
talking
bars
about
are
shit.
terrible. She's not a good representation of a female rapper.
There's no substance in her music at all. All she talking about
at all. I be wondering how she
and she's y'all favorite rapper. She's terrible.
She don't be talking about nothing, bro. Like no introspection. Like she don't like talk about who she is as a person, her personality, the way she think.
Yeah,
like straight up just twerking on niggas and getting money.
Relationship.
But I'm saying, even if she's talking about fucking and all that shit, it's not creative in the artistic sense. It's
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's not really like sexual innuendos. It's just like
it's just like
ass in his face, ass in his face, twerking in his face. It's like no, it's not even.
And if you don't want it, then she actually, I can't get with her.
So that's my unpopular opinion.
I mean, but she'll make you stupid, dog. Like just she'll make you dumb because she don't talk about nothing.
Right, you are what you eat.
I even give Cardi more because Cardi even got.
Yeah, I like Cardi. I like Cardi.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Cardi, but I'll even give Cardi the fact that she at least gives you introspection songs. Like she'll show some emotion, some vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? She shows some range. Like fucking Meg is a straight twerking and scamming. You know what I'm saying? And nothing else. That's
sex.
It.
That's all in the same what do you call it? Cadence. It's all the same cadence.
In different song, just on a different beat. You know, just like she like the baby, I guess almost. You know.
True.
But
you're
right. Her shit don't like she don't be on no singing shit, like no harmonizing shit. You know what I mean? She don't step outside that box at all. It's just strict.
That's just trash, bro.
Yeah. Man, it's just like nah. She's not even. I don't know. I don't see it.
The sad thing is these
popular.
kids, just because she popular, these kids gonna think that they listening. Like she got nominated for lyricist of the year again.
She was winning shit over people that she shouldn't have won.
Bro,
like
she a plant.
Tory Lanez was pointing that shit out. Bro.
She's a plant.
Yeah, no, she
I feel like one of the best indications in the music industry when you know somebody's a plant when they just come out and like everybody in the industry supports them. Everybody says they're great. Everybody loves them. Even before you even see their face, that's usually a sign that that's a plant. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows there's a lot of money that's behind this character, and we don't want to be on the wrong side of the money, so we're gonna support them. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these plants. You know, that's what Lil Nas X, Meg Thee Stallion, all these motherfuckers. They I think all of Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? I think all these niggas is plants, like straight up.
Yeah.
You know,
but Lizzo actually has talent.
No, Lizzo is like immensely talented, but she's a plant.
Yeah,
for
sure.
She's immensely talented. Though.
Yeah,
you know that girl can write. She'll write a hook. She'll give you commercials. Like, you know,
she goes in.
She should be.
She's confident.
Writer. Yeah, she should be a jingle writer, because that's how her songs sound. They sound like long ass jingles.
Yeah, she's like the female. What's
Luda?
the name?
Flow Rider.
I would even say Bruno Mars.
Man, I don't know about it. Bruno Mars songs be soulful though. His songs are like soulful though.
Yeah, he be having some. Yeah, he goes in when he.
But I know what you're saying as far as his her pop appeal. Like definitely, I know what you're saying though.
Another unpopular opinion, but it's not even an unpopular opinion, but I don't know. This came to me randomly. I hate when people smell like they smell like their house.
I know.
I hate when you smell something like, damn, you probably smell like how your house smells. I hate that.
Yeah. No, I know exactly. I know. Right when you said that, two people came to mind. Close. But
somebody go over somebody's house and they come back and you.
Oh my god,
that's a word. Ooh, just like you go somewhere like ethnic, some Indian or something.
Yeah, but
not even that. Just like
grandparents, like they like your grand. Like I don't know, for some reason your grandparents basically always got like a
stale
air. Like how Goodwill be smelling.
You smell old furniture.
Yeah, like that old
leather or something.
Like damn.
Yeah, what is that smell?
I know y'all. We all talking about the same smell.
Fucking
like mothballs or something. Like what's this smell?
You only find it in like basements. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like
I don't know.
The house gotta be at least 100.
Right, it got some years in that shit.
Yeah. Like all your family came from that. Like your whole your mama's side came from the house.
That's
like
that's
what it's spelled.
I definitely got an unpopular opinion though, man. I think I don't want to say it harshly, young, but Beyonce washed, bro. Beyonce it's over for Beyonce, bro. It's over for Beyonce, bro. Think about it
never
though.
over.
No, what I'm saying is like her. I'm talking about like her appeal. She's like aging. She don't fit in with this demographic. And I think they always want Beyonce to appeal to the youth.
Did she get that Drino?
I don't think that's who she is no more. So it's like how we gonna market Beyonce? You see, I see what you're saying. How we gonna market Beyonce now? Yeah, but I don't even know if that's how they want to do it because Beyonce has always been like the the beautiful, the it girl. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro.
How they gonna market the it girl as a mom? Like I don't know how they gonna do that, bro.
I don't know.
I know she is trying to like with the
like
sexy.
When was her last hit song?
She having babies, baby.
But when was her last hit song though?
One of them ones with Meg.
The whole album.
What I'm saying, even that joint with Meg, that was a frizz. That was a.
I know that was a keep her current.
No, they gave the exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. They put her on the song with Meg to keep her current.
No. She put herself on a song with Meg to lift Meg up.
Bro, they put Beyonce on that joint to keep Beyonce relevant.
She ain't dropping, man.
Bro, the kids ain't checking. The kids ain't checking for Beyonce. They checking for Meg. They ain't like remember Meg is from. I mean, Beyonce's from our generation. These kids they coming up with what's that girl name? The girl that with all the tattoos, the R&B singer like.
Kalani?
No, not Kalani. The other one.
I would say Kalani.
She's more popular. I can't think of her name. I can't think of her name. They dated the producer.
Yeah.
London on the Track girlfriend or wife or baby mama. Whatever.
Fucking me up.
I know. Summer Walker.
Summer Walker.
That's their generation. They checking for her. They not checking for Beyonce. So in order to
Summer
keep Beyonce
might be more musically talented than Beyonce too.
Maybe, but all I'm saying is Beyonce is not Beyonce. She's past her prime, bro. Beyonce is past her prime, young. Like I think they're protecting Beyonce, but not putting out music. I think they're protecting.
Yeah, because you're right. Because people don't want to hear what she talking about, like motherhood and shit like that all the time. But I think she's always going to have. She's going to have her way.
Right now, honestly, the appeal to the young girls is super sexually charged music. So it's like Beyonce being married and
you're right because
40 plus. They not just like how she gonna appeal to the youth and where she is in life right now.
Beyonce's protege right now, Chloe. You know what I'm saying? Her. Her single is superly sexually charged, and she don't even have to be. You could be. She's like more sexy to me, like being reserved. You know what I'm saying? Just showing flesh.
You talking about Chloe?
Yeah. Right. She didn't have to come out with a song like that. Like she could have came out with anything and been reserved, and I'm showing just a little bit, add that mystique to it. You know what I'm saying?
The mysterious.
Yeah.
But she's
flames.
Official. Yeah.
Fuego.
Saw her at the Met Gala. She was at the Met Gala. Yeah. Well, no, she's definitely next up.
Yeah. But she ain't had to come out with all that shit though. So
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Fuego. Anyway, any other unpopular opinions? I feel like I wrote like a live on my fucking notes at one point. I was just going off.
All right, another one, man. Fuck it. Another one. So, are we placing? Is Nas one of the greatest rappers of all time by default?
Just because his
default. Because if you place Nas, I put it like this: if we had a versus and Nas went against, let's say, all the heavy hitter New York guys, is he hanging in with them?
But you have to say who.
All right, well, let's just name him Jay-Z. Would he win in the battle versus against Jay-Z? Probably not. Would Nas have beat DMX in the versus?
Probably not.
50 Cent. Hits, boy. 50 Cent.
He's being
50 Cent.
He's being 50.
You think Nas is being 50? All right, let's see who else. Is Nas being Fat Joe? I don't know. Fat Joe had hits out the ass, bro.
Yeah, he did. I forgot about
even,
a lot of that
even
shit.
though he wasn't fucking with God, Fat Joe had hits out the ass.
Yeah, I forgot about that shit. I watched that versus.
I'm just throwing down. I'm just going through New York niggas. Like,
he's being Fat Joe.
You think so, man?
Yeah.
But what Nas? I don't know if he got a lot of hits though. Like, you know, he had like he had that strong run in like probably like the late '90s, early 2000s.
Do the Locks have a lot of hits?
The Locks, but they had a lot of features though. That was his songs though. They had a whole lot of features. Jada and Styles had a lot of hits. You know, they did. They got songs where they got songs with Mariah and shit like that. Like Nas, actually Nas got a joint with Mariah too. I take that Make It Last joint from back in the day.
Hill.
But that's back when Nas was on fire. If Nas would have stayed like where he was in the late '90s, early 2000s, he kind of like faded after like the Stillmatic. After Stillmatic came out, that came out when we was in high school, when we was probably like 10th or 11th grade. And after Stillmatic, he didn't really have another good album. You know what I'm saying? After probably Stillmatic, you know.
I like Godson.
Godson, okay, but Godson, line that next to probably 50, fucking Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like I put it like this.
Who you line up against Jay-Z though?
I'm just saying because I'm talking about top 5 rappers. Nas is always in that conversation with Jay-Z, and I don't know if Nas can hang with those same top 5 guys. You know what I'm saying?
Not his wise, I know that.
I'm not talking about talent. I'm saying resume. I'm talking about like resume. I'm not really talking about talent wise. You know, I think.
But I do like Nas though.
I'm not even trying to say I like Nas too, but it just makes me think like because I'm just thinking about throughout the years. I don't feel like Nas. His music has just stood out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more people holding on to classics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think there was a time where like Nas was the it guy probably since like what the early 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was never like the man in rap. Like when was he ever like the man in rap? Like Jay-Z had that title. Ja Rule we saw had that shit. 50 had that shit. Like when was Nas ever like
I don't think he ever like tried to like assumed, you know, that title. He just like had that like I don't know, like I said, the mystique.
That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
But that mystique might be the reason why he gets rated so high. I don't know if
it's
necessarily his resume. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if it's necessarily.
So you saying he's not that guy? That's your unpopular opinion.
I'm saying that maybe. I'm not saying. I'm saying maybe
you're not that guy, pal.
Maybe he get propped up a little more. You know, I think it might be more of the like you said, the mystique is kind of like Kendrick Lamar a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, you know, that mystique aspect to him that like kind of like you know, it's like oh no, the you know Beethoven has arrived. You know what I'm saying? It's like that like that type of shit. Like I feel like Nas kind of got that level of respect. He looked at that way as far as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know if he got the hardware or if he got the resume as some of the other guys, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
others on.
Because Jay-Z said that shit in Takeover. He said what? He said
you have one hot, you have every 10-year average.
Exactly, but it's kind of true. Like, Jay-Z was not lying because these last 2 albums Nas dropped were probably his best albums in like over 10 years. You know?
Yeah, man.
I think
the last
actually,
2.
I think this last joint this year, that shit is fire. I think
shout out to Hit Boy. Shout out to Hit Boy.
Shout out to Hit Boy. I think that shit was better.
Once again.
I think that was better even than the one that they did last year. The one he did this year.
That's somebody. Our last week segment, as far as somebody need their flowers, Hit Boy is a young ass nigga that needs his flowers.
He does.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Every album.
He got Grammys and all that.
Every album, and I like his style. I like his sound. You know what I'm saying?
Because he adapt to the artist.
He still keep that soul in his music. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about it. Because that's the shit that inspires me. So that's my favorite aspect of it, to him as a producer.
Shout out to Hit Boy.
Using the horns, man. Killing the horns.
Well, my favorite Hit Boy song is him and Young Dro. Shout out to Young Dro.
I don't think I heard that
Polo.
One.
Yeah, that's my nigga.
Dro Polo.
That's my guy. Unpopular opinions. Why has nobody seen T.I. in the verses?
That's another one, man. Because the only person that could probably see T.I. is Lil Wayne. I think that would be the battle right there between those two. but Lil Wayne will win that.
Probably eat shit, yeah.
Wayne is gonna win that. Wayne will win that shit.
Yeah,
I don't think
T.I.
T.I. because I feel like T.I. got one of those 50 Cent egos. I don't know if T.I. will put himself out there against Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
He recently.
I think that's what it is.
Oh, he did. Did he say he'd go out with Wayne?
He ain't say go with Wayne. Just saying, why has nobody challenged him to even when they challenged him, they backed out of the shit.
I don't know.
Who challenged them? Oh, you talking about Jeezy one?
Yeah, they originally put him against Jeezy. Yeah.
I mean,
I do remember that.
All right, so this whole versus platform, I think is kind of fizzling out. It was fizzling out before the Locks and Dipset shit. So I think this is something that's it's going to fizzle out eventually, pretty soon probably.
But that's why they got to keep them joints going. They got to get heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? But
that's
honestly,
what it is.
The way the joint looked last night, though, it looked like it might be actually like evolving, because now it's becoming more of a performance. Like these niggas was performing like it was a concert, like it was a show.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't originally like that. So maybe it's becoming more of a. I think honestly that shit is a cash grab for everybody involved. I think a lot of these artists actually want to do a versus because they know it's like a whole night dedicated to them, and they streams go up. Everybody involved, I'm sure Fat Joe paid paid Remy, Ashanti. I know all of them got paid to come out there last night and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Fat Joe probably already knew that the money he was gonna get back in return for doing this shit, he had no problem buying Birkin bags. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like all these niggas come up, and then I wouldn't be surprised.
Have a big podcast too.
Yeah, Fat Joe and Ja Rule might drop some new shit just because they just did the verses like that. It's a lot of money involved in that shit. So we'll see.
It's all politics.
But I would definitely love to see. I think Lil Wayne and T.I. definitely. I don't know if they're gonna go against each other, but I would like to see them two in the verses because I think people will be forgetting. Like Wayne got I feel like Wayne is probably the one dude from the South that could pull like some like lock shit where he can just give y'all bars and just remind niggas, you know what I'm saying?
That should be endless.
I know that's what I'm saying, but he's the one that can do that for South niggas. He could just keep it straight hip hop, like no like.
So that'll be endless.
No radio songs, and like Wayne is the one that
if he can remember it.
Yeah, I know that too because he got so
that's a lot.
That's a lot to try to remember. What about in the verses? What about Wale and Big Sean?
Yeah, that'd be cool. But the thing is, I feel like verses for people that's kind of like not in
kind of faded out
the radio rotation on a daily basis. That's what I'm saying. It's like kind of like a dying product right now because people are home. We out and about, and not everybody's home and shit.
I forgot it was even on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta catch that shit later.
And that joint on a Tuesday too. You know what I'm saying? They be dropping the joints during the week.
Random days, yeah. But yeah, you right.
Yeah. I was trying to look for some more what do you call these unpopular opinions, but those are my biggest ones. I got shit like pet peeves and shit, but those are not popular opinions. Feel me?
You said what?
Pet peeves, but those are not unpopular.
Oh
opinions. Yeah. But yeah, I think we had a good overtime last week. That shit was real good.
Yeah, we can jump in the trying to think.
Nah, we're not doing the overtime. We try to put everything all in one. We did sports in this. We did flight room in this. We did overtime in this. We try. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, this is a mashup over at Flight Room TV. If y'all want, you got any other unpopular opinions, anything you want to bring up, let it be known. Otherwise, this is another episode of the Flight Room Podcast / Fifth Quarter Podcast / Overtime with the Flight Room over here at Flight Room TV. Please let us know any conspiracy you want to talk about. Somebody mentioned something the other day about Princess Diana. We might want to look into that. Especially with the whole
I could do that.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, how they was like, they flee to Canada. So we might want to look into that. Somebody did, send us that over. So we might want to, dig
I saw
deep
they
into
just
it.
dropped. They just dropped like some movies too, like some little Lifetime movies or something like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like 3 of them.
I think this was on the
my
cover or
viewers.
something too, like
Yeah.
Time or something like that.
Out.
But yeah, keep sending the recommendations for the conspiracies. Be interactive with the sports shit. We gave y'all the Stone Cold Locks a week. Went 4 for 3. If you would spend the even units, you'd be on top. So send us the shit next week. Catch, we're gonna be probably recapping the Thursday night football between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Big game. Yeah, and then let us know about any other topics, societal topics with the Fly Room TV. We got 3 shows over here at Fly Room TV. You can catch it at Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. I said iTunes, all that shit. But yeah, Instagram,
Everything.
Twitter, everything. See y'all next week, folks.
All right, peace, everybody.
All right, peace, y'all.